There's Pip. Pip is Tammy's friend.
Hey, I decided I'd record tonight just in case somebody wasn't on. I know we had a girl that actually had an emergency and had to go to the emergency room.
Oh,
Thought, well, maybe we would give her the recording because she had
yeah.
filled out her forms. I thought we might record. So, yay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm excited to meet Pip.
Pip, now I think he works with her at the Renaissance Fair.
Okay.
Yeah. So good to meet you, Pip. I sent you a message about a link to somebody who didn't have it on their phone as a app.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can click invite and get a link or not. We are learning technology here in the pink world.
I don't know, Julie. Let me see
Go to
here.
participants. I'm wondering, copy invite link, I think.
Do you see it?
Yeah, let me see if I can do it.
Okay, great, because I don't see that.
All right. I'm gonna see if I can
Oh, I see it, Julie.
multiple things. I'm gonna see. You are watching in real time, everybody. This is just the most amazing thing.
Now I've lost you all. There we are. Okay, I'll just let you do that, Julie.
I think I have it, but if not, we're gonna fake it. How about that?
Okay, I've got it too. So,
Okay. I just sent it to Trina
okay, perfect.
in Messenger. We are doing all kinds of funny things.
Donnie, here we are, girls. And gentlemen, it's so nice to have a gentleman
Got our
on
red
tonight.
jacket on. I have on my
Yay!
Mary Kay bling because
I
it's
love it.
winter.
Johnny's got her red on. She is
I love it.
ready for pink.
Yes. Ooh, what lip color are you wearing?
Honestly, what I just found in my drawer, which was the ruby. Do you remember the sparkle ruby?
Yes.
I
Yes.
love it. So,
It's
yeah.
awesome.
And it's super soft and moisturizing. Like I was kind of surprised.
It is. And it smells like vanilla cake.
Which
Yes,
one
it
is it, you
does.
guys?
Yeah.
It was like this. It was ruby. It was
Oh,
sparkly.
yes, I remember those. I loved those.
So
It was in my
Pip is
drawer.
on, and Pip is one of Tammy's friends from Renaissance Fair. If I'm
Hey,
wrong,
Pip.
Pip, please just let me know in the chat.
So I laid Maribel
Oh,
down
Tammy
to
is my
go get
boss at the
ready.
Red Fair.
She fell asleep. So we're gonna pray she
Oh,
stays asleep.
ooh, Pip knows technology. Pip,
Ooh.
we love you, Pip.
He
We
needs
love
to join our bingo team.
First off,
There
I
you
love your name.
go. You guys were having such
Oh,
a hard time the other night. I felt so bad, but you guys did such a good job getting it just
yeah.
figured out.
I had outdoor duty today, so my hair is doing the outdoor duty dance right now because I teach in my other life.
Julie was having, she had a double facial that went really well today too. So that was
Yeah,
really cool, Julie.
it was
Good.
my first porch party of the year.
That's awesome.
Mm, I love those.
Yeah.
I know I was going to do this outside, but it's just a little warm.
A little toasty. It was 77 here today, Johnny. Mm-hmm. So it was a
I think it was
beautiful
like
day.
93, 94.
Oh my, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Mahala's saying that she's having a hard time
that's
getting
pretty
in.
normal.
And yeah.
You know,
And
it's
Natalie,
interesting because I saw her come through my email and it said that she was in. So
okay, but it wasn't letting her in, so I don't know.
make sure she does that PINK because I know
Yep.
girls were having a hard time the other day with that. Um, I thought that would be a little easier than the number. Maybe I was wrong.
Yeah, the password has to be capitalized. And
Yeah,
then,
thank you, Pip. That's perfect. Yeah, we know that was something that we figured out on Monday because we used we used our new password versus all the numbers. So yeah, I was glad to have because yeah, it says
I think
that
it's just capital.
P. Yeah,
I think it's
okay,
just the capital P.
from Natalie. Yeah, just the capital P.
yep, there. Yeah. There's Nat.
Yay, yay. Hi, Natalie.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Oh. And then
Well,
Pip,
ladies,
where are you from? Are you from the Chicago area? I can't remember.
Natalie's getting kiddos to sleep, but she's happy to be here.
Yes.
Aurora.
Aurora.
Okay,
Okay.
awesome. That's great.
We are like,
Down there
oh,
by
okay.
Kathy Bill.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
Pip could go to a Kathy Bill event. That'd be awesome.
Oh my God. You know what? I just feel like I haven't seen her in so long. I just need to scoop her up and hug her.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I bet Pip you love going to Kathy Bill's events. Oh my goodness.
Kathy Bill is one of our national sales directors, and she's tiny. She's like a little action doll, and she's full of energy, 10 times the size of her. And she's had all kinds of like obstacles thrown in her way, and she just powers through them.
She
She's
does.
amazing.
She's
She's
absolutely
amazing.
amazing.
She loves everybody. She loves everybody. It's like just the most fun thing to be around. Yeah, I know when Tammy saw her first time, she was like, "Oh my gosh, I love her."
I don't know
So,
how you couldn't love Kathy Bill. Like
oh
she
my
is
goodness.
fantastic. Yeah, she is
So,
fantastic. So
yeah.
I am very excited about tonight. This is our first time that we've ever done this. So no, if you are on here with us this evening, this is our first time we've ever done
Oh,
pizza
there's
and
Mahela.
possibilities. There she is. Hello.
Mahela, aka Haley. Her grown-up name is Mahela.
Yes.
Did you go by
So,
Haley Mahela?
Yes, I do every now and then.
Okay, that's good to know.
And I've got the
She's
oh,
got
there's
littles.
Ayla and Odin, two of her three littles.
Aw.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you
Oh,
said
and there's
the
a
name,
third. There's
Julie.
Luca.
I kept calling her Mahala.
You know
I'm sure
what?
you've never gotten that either, have you?
Oh, I've gotten that lots of times.
Oh, there's
Uh,
Janelle. Hi, Janelle.
we're all coming on. Zoom
It's
is fun.
awesome.
Hmm.
Janelle knows Tammy if it's who I think it is.
There
Hi,
she is.
Janelle.
Oh, you're super cute, Janelle. Super
It's so
cute.
nice out here in Illinois. It's like perfect weather. It was like 80 degrees today. Lovely. Spring is finally here, and there's only like 20 days of school left, so we don't have them like busting out, trying to, be too nice of weather too soon. They think that school's done.
Hmm.
So, and we
Julie
haven't.
tried to go shopping for flowers today because I wanted
Oh,
to start getting flowers out,
oh
and
yeah.
there was none. Like they're not really out at our nurseries yet. And I was like, oh darn, where are all the flowers? They said they're gonna get trucks in tomorrow. So I don't know if anybody else has the flower itch right now, but I'm definitely in that spot of I want to plant some
I
flowers.
just wonder how much the weather has impacted like the suppliers.
Yeah, it's been kind of crazy, that's for sure. March was
Yep.
nice, and then April's just been kind of what it's
Okay,
been.
iPhone user, if you could tell us your name in the chat, if you know how.
Oh, look at you, Libby, and you're red.
'Cause
Woohoo!
I'm curious who you are.
Lives and Johnny in the red. So for you
Yeah.
guys that are on, and you may not know this, but Johnny and Libby are actually in the top 4% of the company as red jackets. So yeah, we are super excited that they're here tonight. They're dressed in their reds, and you guys decided all to join us. We are time girls, just so you know. We like to start on time and we like to end on time because one thing that we know in your life is that you can never get time back, and you chose to gift us some of your time. And we take that as a huge responsibility. We are very grateful for that. And we just want to say before we get started here tonight, welcome to our first ever virtual pizza and possibilities, where one of you who's on camera and fill out your form. If you have not filled out your Google form, that is okay. But you can make sure you fill your Google form out by noon tomorrow, and then I'll be doing the drawing for the pizza party for your family. And then, of course, if you're on camera, you're also going to receiving a free lip gloss. So thank you for being with us tonight as we chat a little bit more about the Mary Kay opportunity. There we go. There's the
There's the
cat, Julie.
cat.
I told you. I told you there was going to be a cat.
It's not a great Zoom unless there's the cat.
Exactly. But wait a minute, Libby, if she's got to be on your head though. That's the really no, I'm
Yeah.
kidding. Julie and I were talking before we started our event tonight, you guys, and I told her, I said, we've talked a little bit about ADHD and how a lot of adults are struggling with ADHD. And I told her, I said, Julie, I write everything down, like, so I know exactly where we're going. If I get distracted, I can go right back to my notebook. And I says, because it never fails, we're going to have somebody with a cat on their head. So Libby, that's the joke right now about the cat on your head. And then the cat, it's
It's
not
an
you.
everyday thing.
But it was funny how your cat walked across the street because I'm like, see, there's the cat. All right, you guys. So we are going to go ahead and get started. It is 8 o'clock Central. It is 6 p.m. Of course, mountain time, correct, Johnny? You are considered mountain time. Okay, that's what I thought. So again, we welcome you to our Pizza and Possibilities Listen for a Lip Gloss. Again, all of you that are on camera will be receiving a free lip gloss and entered into the drawing for a pizza party for your family. So I get the honor to introduce my beautiful offspring, Julie Galantine. She is a middle school science teacher by day, and she has 5 more weeks, and then she will be full-time Mary Kay. I told her, I said, your science teacher by day, Mary Kay by night. Instead of feet pics, she has decided Mary Kay. I think it was a great, great selection, Julie. So Julie is going to share her I story with you tonight. And that's just going to be a little bit about why she started Mary Kay and what she loves about it. So Julie, would you do us the honors?
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Amy. You guys, I was a great customer. I had a wonderful consultant and she took care of me and I took care of her because I love the product. And when I started using it, because middle school kids are very honest, they were like, "Oh, your skin looks really good." Like way better than it did. And you're like, "Oh, thanks. Thanks." And so I was happy to purchase it and they kept saying, "You'd be really good at this." And I would say someday, but not today. And so then we had a little bit of life happen. My husband's job changed. His company was sold and he was downsized. And we had kids in college and we had house payment and car payments. And we had been just making it like most of America. And I was like, uh, what? And so, um, and he was in sales and delivery. And so unemployment was not going to work very well. So anyway, we I was like shell shocked. And as the woman in the family, as the mom, I was like, we'll be okay. And then I would go to bed and cry because I thought we were going to lose our house and that things were just going to fall apart. And I knew that if I looked different at school, I would not be able to hold it together. I knew that I would crack and then it would all fall apart. And I didn't want to do that in front of my students or my staff. And so I talked to my friend and she was like, let's sign up together. I'll pay the starting fee and then you can pay for our next order. You know those friends. She was never going to let me pay that back. But we signed up and we got it at 50% off. And then I happened to accidentally book a party. Somebody saw me with the catalog and she kind of booked herself. And sometimes that happens. Not all the time, but sometimes. And I had my first party and I made enough money to pay for a house payment. And I was like, what have I been doing? It's teaching. I'm just sharing what I love about the stuff. And so we had a couple parties and things were looking up and then we had shut down. And I I went to training for Zoom because for school we didn't know what we were doing. And there was about 400 people on a Zoom and the cats were running around and the babies were crying and we were looking up people's noses because nobody had ever been on camera and it was page after page after page and it was oh my goodness. And so Mary Kay said, "You know what? We're going to train you guys how to do Zoom. Like 10 people, make sure your camera's up above and make sure the background is clean and all these things." And then they said, go train 10 people. And they showed us how to do this online. Well, holy cow. I got to connect families. A mom in Florida with her daughter in Colorado and another one in Tennessee got to see each other and have a pajama party because I allowed them to do that. So pretty amazing stuff. And then I met all of these amazing friends who support me when I'm going through rough times and they love on me and we have fun together. And it's a sisterhood of none other. And my Mary Kay business has allowed me to do things I would never have been able to do, like pay for our daughter's wedding without taking out a loan, like letting my husband find the job that he absolutely loves without pressure, letting me retire from teaching early and still be able to teach and have fun. And is it always super easy? It's life, guys. It's never always super easy, but there's enough rough bumps to make the good times even sweeter. So that's my story. And I was so excited because I got to choose to become a director so that I could work this full time and retire early. So, yeah. Anyway, and it's my turn to tell you about Miss Amy, who's my senior sales director, who has adopted me in and loved me and mentored me. And she's like my little sister, even though she's really my Mary Kay mama. How funny is that? And she has been in Mary Kay 23 years, I think. She's driven how many pink Cadillacs?
9,
9 pink Cadillacs. How many cars total have you had?
11.
And that is one of the perks of this business. She has touched so many lives and had so much life happen, and her Mary Kay business has just grown and made such a change in this world. I am so honored and so blessed to have her in my life, and I would like to introduce you to Mrs. Amy Spickler, our senior sales director.
Thank you, Julie. And you guys, again, I know some of you guys are just jumping on. I know some of you guys have had just life happen to you today. And we want to just say thank you. We want to say thank you for being with us tonight. I see Pam here. I see lots of fun people here that, we've got Libby, Tammy, Janelle, Pip, Marina, Kales, like all you guys, Trina, Mahala. Haley, there we go. I'm going to say it right. Julie, Johnny, you guys, we are just so excited that you decided to spend some time with us tonight. And this is our first ever Pizza and Possibilities that we have done virtually. We used to do them in person all the time. And with the special this month, it's only $20 to join Mary Kay this month. I'm like, we have to do something to let people know that this is an amazing special. And we wanted to be able to get the information out. So we decided to try to do a lipstick or a lip gloss and Pizza and Possibility event. We even have little Miss Maribel with us tonight too, all the way from Maricopa, Arizona. So we're so excited to have her with us as well. So you guys, some of you know my story, some of you don't know my story, but my name is Amy Spickler. I've been with Mary Kay almost 24 years. I actually started in 2001 in August. I started Mary Kay just to get my product at a discount. You guys, I didn't plan on doing a party. I worked full-time at Elite Design Team in Freeport, Illinois as a nail tech. I loved what I did. I had a full clientele, 40 hours a week in and out. I did nails and I loved what I did. And I'm not someone that absolutely loves change. And it's very interesting that I have had so much change in the last 3.5 years of my life. Now I'm just like, okay, whatever. It's just change. It's just how it goes. Um, but I'm so glad that I started my Mary Kay business and I went to a meeting. I went to my first Mary Kay meeting and I fell in love with the culture of Mary Kay, that it was God first, our family second, and our career third. I fell in love with the sisterhood. I loved seeing women be nice to each other. I got to see people actually encouraging each other and encouraging each other to walk boldly in each other's gifts. I got to see people cheering one another on and sharing ideas with one another because Mary Kay has always taught us that if you have an idea and I have an idea and we keep them, we only have one. But if we tell each other our ideas, then we have two, and we together more than likely those ideas will expand. And I love that she taught us that. You guys, I fell in love with the leadership and how it was always teaching us how to be better in our lives, and that no matter that when the leader gets better, everyone around her gets better. So I love the products. It was fun. I had a lady there at my event last night. She's 64 years young and her skin absolutely looked unbelievable. And she said, "Thank you for starting Mary Kay when you did, Amy B, because of you, this is why my skin looks so good, because I introduced her to Mary Kay when she was in her really early 40s." And so just kind of fun, fun little stories like that. But some of you guys know when I started Mary Kay when I was 24 years old. Again, I was working full time as a nail tech. At the time, my husband had an eye disease, and I was put in a position at the age of 24 to provide for a family of four. He was not able to work, and my nail business was not going to cut it. And so I started doing Mary Kay facials and parties. I know that was a question someone asked, and no, you do not have to do facials and parties, but I fell in love with doing facials and parties because I got to connect with my friends. So a couple months later, I actually earned my first free car. A couple months after that, I actually quit my full-time job at the salon, and I was able to pursue the cry of my heart, and that was to be able to be home with my 1-year old, or excuse me, my actually, he was 1 at the time when I quit. And then my 6-year-old, who is now almost 30, which is kind of fun. She's actually having baby 2 in July. So that's really fun. I get to be grandma now. So, you guys, I've actually worked my Mary Kay business with little kids, high school kids, college age kids, and now into being a grandma. And I love that it has helped me in every different stage of my life. I've loved the flexibility of being able to take my dad back and forth to doctor's appointments, being there in the last days of my spouse when he passed away in 2022, and now into this new chapter of life where I just got remarried and have some sweet, sweet little granddaughters that I get to spend lots of time with. So that's my story, you guys. You guys, I've loved the vacations. I've loved the diamonds. I've loved the prizes. I've loved the paychecks of the heart. Mary Kay, a lot of people, we don't talk about that, but I think I was telling Johnny this the other day where I don't tell people this enough, where my top check in the company has been almost $18,000 in 1 month. It was actually, I believe, July 2023. So, but we don't talk enough about the money in Mary Kay, but there's big, big money to be made in our company. And yes, I have enjoyed all the like tangible things that you can feel, touch, and that kind of thing. But the woman that I've become and the friendships that I've made have been the absolute favorite thing that I have encountered in my Mary Kay business. So, the last thing I'm going to share with you girls is the passion of my heart is to encourage women to walk boldly in their God-given gifts for his glory. And that's what I get to do every single day. In Mary Kay, we don't sell lipstick. We do sell lipstick and we sell moisturizer and things like that, but we get to encourage the greatness of women. And I want you to know someone thought so highly of you that they invited you to be a part of this tonight. The cool thing about Mary Kay is we get to choose who we want on our team. And we don't just choose anyone because we want to choose. Anybody have some coworkers that maybe could be a little painful? Maybe just a few? Okay. I know that there's some people have some painful coworkers, and in Mary Kay, we get to choose the people that we work with. So please, I hope you see it as an honor that your consultant invited you to be here tonight because she thought so highly of you that number one, she thought something in our company could be beneficial for you. Number two, she loved you so much that she wants to partner and work with you. And number three, we only want the people that have such amazing excellence, and she feels that way about you. So we're going to actually take just a couple minutes, you guys. Again, remember I shared with you, we do like to really keep on time, and we're going to, we had some of you guys fill out your Google forms, and we're going to answer 4 questions, okay? So Julie's going to take the first question, and the first question is, how do you hold a virtual party?
Oh my gosh. So you can do it in several different ways, depending on what your hostess or host is most comfortable with. I've done parties on Zoom like this, and I've done parties where we can do like a Google form or we get the information and then we can send out little packets of samples and then they can use those and follow along. I've done parties on Facebook where I've done pop-up parties that are like 1 day or they can last a week, depending on what your host or hostess wants. And sometimes we can send samples to them. Sometimes we they say no, just show us how. And so sometimes we call it a QVC party, where I just show different things. I've done parties where it's on FaceTime and there's 3 or 4 people. That was interesting because it was distracting to me because I kept looking at everybody's backgrounds and it was changing. Somebody was walking and somebody else's dog was barking and that was a challenge, but I got through it. So we can do it different ways. I've even done it where I went on YouTube and they all watched the YouTube video. So it just depends on your comfort level with trying something new and what your host and hostess are comfortable with. And then afterwards, we just contact everybody and thank them for showing up and having a good time. Ask them if they have any questions, and then see if we can help them with anything.
Mhm.
Super simple.
Mhm.
Super simple. The company gives us a website, so a lot of times we can just share the link and then people can order through the link and you get an email that says, "Hey, you have a new customer and they ordered something. It's in their basket. You need to like help them." So it's really nice. Really nice. So,
Julie, isn't it? It's something you guys in COVID, I think all of us learned so many different lessons in COVID.
yeah.
And yes, we can have a million different things of what went wrong in COVID, but man, we learned some amazing things in COVID and we learned how to work virtually. Like
Yeah.
even tonight, you guys, we have people from all over the country on this Zoom with us tonight because of how we learn to work. We have people from Missouri, we have people from Arizona, we have people from Illinois, like we have people all over the place because we learned how to work virtually. So it is fun. We have lots of different platforms, and Julie, you did a phenomenal job sharing with that. Okay, question two is how do you stay active? Or how do you stay active? How much does it cost? And how do I have to stock product? So first of all, you guys, we do have a special. It ends just in a couple days. I think we have like 5 days left because today's the 24th. So we have 6 days left if you count today. So it'll end April 30th, where you can actually join Mary Kay for $20. We have four types of consultants. We have a consultant that is just personal use. She buys her product at a discount, and that's all she does. We kind of sometimes she considers herself as the closet consultant, like no one knows she's selling. Okay. We have a hobby consultant. She is a consultant that just maybe takes Mary Kay on the fly with her. She may take it to school. She may take it to work. She may take it to family functions, the gym, but she is a hobby consultant and she just works it as a hobby. We have a part-time consultant that maybe just wants extra money. She might want shoe money. She might want car payment money, but she just wants, again, a part-time income. And then we have a career consultant as well that you can make career money with this. If you're willing to put, Mary Kay always says, if you're willing to put in the time and put in the effort and willing to pay the price, you can have anything that you want in life. And I think that's such wisdom that she gave to us. No, you don't have to keep stock. You will see that I do keep a stock here because I know Mary cosmetics are an impulse buy. And so I know, like, I literally had a lady call me yesterday. She's like, I ran out of my eyeshadow. Can I stop and get an eyeshadow? I said, absolutely, and stuck it in my little box on my porch. So I love having inventory, but you do not have to carry inventory. The only thing you have to do to become a Mary Kay consultant is to purchase the $20 kit. And then how you remain active is you place at least a 225 wholesale. You are the wholesaler. Order every 3 months to always remain at your 50% discount. Now, for you ladies that are like, well, do I have to do that all the time? Do I have to remain active? No, you only have to place one order a year to stay in the company, but every 3 months in order to always remain at your active discount, which is 50%. Okay. All right. Question number three, Julie. We already covered the how much does it cost? Can I do this full time and how can I become a pro?
Can you do this full time and how do you become a pro? Yes, you can do this full time. Amy does it full time. Lots of people do it full time. I am doing it full time while I'm teaching school, which is crazy, but I'm going to be doing it full time when I retire in 20 days. So, yes, you can do it full time and you become a pro just like anything else. You practice. And it's amazing how easy it is to practice because everybody wants to help you. Everybody wants to help you. If you put out there and you say, hey, I'm new at this and I need to do 30 faces because I need to practice. Can I borrow your face? Guess what? People will say, yeah, you know, and they will, and typically you sit around and you laugh and you giggle and you have a lot of fun and you might mess up and people are okay with that. I can't tell you how many times I forgot to do moisturizer and then we started doing makeup and I was like, oh, we forgot the moisturizer. Yeah, and there's a book that has a script that tells you what to do. If you read it, I'm a teacher. Why would I read a book? But you practice and we teach each other. Like Amy and I are directors. We teach you guys, we teach our consultants, but our consultants know things and they teach us. So like Pip, you know technology. You were ready. You were going to teach us how to do the technology and I was grateful. So grateful. So, but if somebody's really good at doing a vendor show, they had a lot of success. They'll share what they did. Somebody found out how to do a different eye look or how to use a product in a different way. They share. If they know how to connect a Google form to something else, we share that with each other. So we teach each other and we work together and it's so fun. It's so fun. But that's how you become a pro. It's just like anything else. toddlers learn how to walk and they don't just go, okay, I can walk, I'm done, I stop. They take off and run. When you're a toddler consultant, you learn and then you take off and run. Do you trip and fall sometimes? Sure. But you have your pink family that will help pick you up, dust you off, and say, "Come on, let's go." And that's the beauty of it.
I
So
love
that's how you become a pro.
And Julie, Mary Kay always told us those that show up go up.
Hmm.
And I have a friend on here that I met through Mary Kay. And we were working booths, and it's Pam. She's on here, and I won't go into all Pam's her story or anything like that, but her and I have very, very similar journeys in life. And I know that the next question that I was asked was, do we have to sell a certain amount of retail in a quarter, which I did cover. So if you have more questions on that, don't be afraid to reach out to your consultant. It is 225, you guys, a quarter, and that's wholesale, so that's your cost, to remain at 50% once a year if you just want to stay in the company. Okay, so I want to clarify that again, and it is only $20 to start up, and that ends on April 30th. You can purchase our starter kit. There's the $20 comes with a couple samples, some books, like that kind of thing, your website, your
Way to do credit
bag,
cards.
yep, to how to run credit cards, your back office like systems and trainings, like that kind of thing. So it covers those types of things for the $20. And then there is like a pro kit you can upgrade to. It has about $400 worth of product in it. And for you girls that are like, I want to go out and do facials, or I want product for myself, I love the Pro Start, because you get the beautiful bag, you get $400 worth of product in it, you get the books, like you get all the fun things in order to go out and do facials on friends and family. So that is the cost of how you start, Mary Kay. But the last question, and I'm gonna reel back in here in just a second, is how does Mary Kay how does Mary Kay affect my life in a positive way? And the day that Pam and I met, we could have sat in corners and cried because we had both walked through the same experience within a week of each other. And we had met that day. She was working one booth, I was working the other booth, and we were behind, like I was on one side and she was on the other side. And the Lord just brought us together. And you guys, Mary Kay has impacted my life because when you're at the age of 24 years old and you're put in a position to provide for your home, most people would literally freak out. But I had women that came alongside me and said, I've been there, I've done that, let me help you. My senior director had that same thing happen to her. Walking through teenage stage and things with kids, you have women that are right next to you saying, girl, this is how I did this. Let me walk beside you. Hey, girl, you had grief or death in your life. I just walked through that. Let me walk through that with you. Let me help you. That is how Mary Kay has impacted my life, is whenever a situation was either a consultant has had it, either I've had it or I had it and somebody else had it, and we helped each other. And another thing, you guys, is that Mary Kay has impacted my life by not allowing me not to be anything but excellent. And I believe we live in a world today that will not encourage excellence. But I do believe that the United States was built on excellence. And I believe that Mary Kay Ash founded her company on the concept of excellence. And so that is another way how Mary Kay has impacted my life. It has not allowed me to get away with anything but being excellent, because every single one of you has excellence inside. And sometimes you just need someone to help knock on that door a little bit or give you a little nudge to refine that excellence and walk boldly in that. So we thank you guys for joining us tonight. We hope this was beneficial. We pray your hearts were completely filled. We hope that you just even had a little different hope, because maybe Mary Kay's for you. Maybe you have a friend that you're like, this would totally be for her. Or you're like, I don't even know why I jumped on here tonight, but something's telling me I need to invest $20 because I've spent $20 on dumber things. I spent $20 at Starbucks this morning on the way to the hospital with Jenica and I. You know what I mean, you guys? We spend $20 on crazy things. But I will share with you, it could change your life, and you'll only know if you give it a try. So again, we thank you for joining us tonight. We do have a signing bonus for each of you. So if you decide that you are like, yep, I'm doing this, you have a 24-hour window. If you decide, you can just let your consultant know. She will send you the form to sign up. But when you sign up in Mary Kay within 24 hours, you're actually going to get this beautiful Mary Kay beach towel. So it's super pretty. I actually have one. I took it to Gulf Shores with me. It's super, super, super pretty. But we just want to give you a thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for having 20 seconds of courage, because that's really what it takes. Is it's like, I need to just have a little courage and be like, I can do this. No matter, you guys, if I wouldn't have joined 24 years ago, I can't tell you. I think between my client base and my consultants that I've had and offspring directors, I bet it's been probably close to 1,500 people that somehow has been in the link of my 20 seconds of courage. And you never know who's going to be in the link of your 20 seconds of courage. That's why I encourage you. If there's something stirring in your heart tonight, just do it and we'll help you figure it out. And Mary Kay, you're in business for yourself, but never by yourself. You have a recruiter and a sales director, and she is assigned to your success. We want you guys to be successful. So thank you for being on camera tonight. All of you that are on camera, please make sure you fill out the Google Doc, because we want to make sure we get the correct lip gloss to you. And we also have your address, and we also have your name for the pizza party, which I'm going to be drawing at noon tomorrow. So God bless you guys. Have an amazing weekend. And we cannot wait to see who's going to be joining our Mary Kay family through our pizza and possibilities. So good night, everyone. Don't be afraid to ask
Thank
your
you.
consultants questions too if you guys have questions, okay? Good night, everyone.